Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hard to Find Forward Kaiserreich South Africa. Let us continue on from we last left off. So the election should be happening this year. Or it should be happening this episode, I guess I should say. And with 150 political power, what do we want to do with you? Partial mobilization sounds fantastic. I'll definitely take it. But last time we did kill the Pacific States, which allowed MacArthur to send over a large amount of forces to deal with the CSA. And I'm hoping very, very soon we'll actually be able to walk our way into Chicago. I mean, the northern push against Wisconsin, against, Minnesota, it seems like it's going very, very well. Bulgaria's been fully annexed. Okay, good work, Bulgaria. I knew you did not have it in you. We're so close to the capital. I mean, it's obviously not going to cut this off because they can move their way through Michigan. But we'll be very happy. Happy to have Chicago at least. And it's a good supply hub. Milwaukee is a supply hub as well. After that, though, we're just going to wait until we get to Detroit, Indianapolis, or Cleveland. Would be our next main ones. But, if we take Chicago, it'll cut supplies off for a handful of troops in the area, which will be a net boon for us. Okay, let's give ourselves like 1 second to organize ourselves. We can counter you in the north. We can do something like this. Cut Chicago away from Milwaukee. I mean, I guess we can push in both directions. We can take Milwaukee and Chicago at the same time, if we so choose. Cheaper tanks would be nice. We'll definitely take you. Let's go for, you know what, maybe a little bit of piercing. I don't know how many tanks we'll really deal with, but we'll get that going. Move you to Milwaukee. That has now been taken. Baton Rouge has collapsed. Okay. Okay, you need to hold your fire for a moment. Milwaukee, it's not connected to supplies yet, but it will be in 5 days. And you've been captured by MacArthur's forces. So yeah, American Union State is very, very, very dead. Which does mean it's going to turn into a two-front war. But Ireland has seen the light of day. They've sent troops now to the US, same with Cuba. Canada, unfortunately, is at war with the Bahardi Commune. So they are not able to send any volunteers. They're not able to send any volunteers to us. Okay, Germany, we don't need you anymore, but I appreciate the previous offers. Honestly, I think we've actually done a great job supporting MacArthur. Like, it's actually gone really, really, really nice for us. Let's go for Ice Core expansion. So what are these looking like? 3 factories for 9 days for a military factory. That is incredibly, incredibly cheap. Western Cape, we'll get those one going first. And they're actually military factories as well. So we're happy to have them. 3 days, 5 days. Wisconsin is a core state. CSA is now looking 91%. I mean, to be fair, we don't own Chicago. We own Milwaukee, which is nice, but it's not going to guarantee us victory, just having Milwaukee. I'm sure it's a nice city. You're not connected to capital. I think you still have to wait a few days. But you're holding on just fine. They've kind of actually abandoned Chicago as well, which is very, very funny. We'll try our best to push in there. You got a good amount of troops right now in Florida. And Huey Long. At 24. You're dead any minute now. But Milwaukee is holding. We've got our supply hub there. Very, very nice to see. We do have extra reinforcements coming to Chicago, but I'm happy. I'm happy with where we're at. We will take Transvaal first. Again, we do not want to build factories in Rhodesia or in Natal. They are going to be the provinces that will rebel against us. So you want to hold off for as long as possible on those ones. 8286. Looking good. Nepal has ended their hostilities. And there goes the American Union State. Okay, what we expected there. They have now collapsed. Hopefully anybody that was supporting them will now support MacArthur. You are now encircled. We got a lot of troops now in Florida. But now it is a one-on-one. 45-163 to 28-117. The numbers look like they are in favor of... that they are in favor of... the CSA, but hopefully we can turn that around. The 1938 general elections. The Volksraad term is up and South Africans go to the poll once more. That is to say, white South Africans go to the polls. Although in Cape Province and Southern Rhodesia, they are joined by members of the non-white elite, provided they adhere to certain property qualifications. As usual, the race between the National Party and the South African Party. But the removal of General J.B.M. Hertzog from leadership of the National Party is a severe upset. Under the newfound leadership of the more radical Dr. Daniel Francois Malan, Nationalists pledge that if they are to serve with the majority, they will abolish the monarchy and declare a republic at the shortest time possible. Hoping that this unambiguous stance will help them defeat the South African Party. South Africa holds its breath. So National will win. 7% more support for total autocracy. National become the ruling party. Will appoint a new leader. And National Populace will join the coalition. Excellent. Now, Duncan is still the... he is still the Governor General. At least for now. So, okay, let's just do one more quick check. Do not let Nationalists be a ruling coalition. Do not call an early election. Okay, they elect Milan in 38 and declare a republic. And taking and reorganizing the National Party will change your from autocrat to national populist. So presumably, yes, we want to reorganize the National Party. We need to take this event in order to become national populist. An independent perspective is on a faction. We're definitely going to go for you to join the Reichspact. You'll be done in 33 days. And I don't know when exactly the Republic gets declared. Presumably, is it somewhere in this tree? Native Representation Act. Gerrymander the districts. Proclaim the Republic. So we can, I guess we can hold on at least a little bit. To declare the Republic. At least until we're, ready to declare. We could do it immediately. We could do it while they're still at war in India. So that's our option. Either we hold off for as long as possible to build up our own numbers, and try to support MacArthur for a little bit longer, or we declare a republic immediately while they are still embroiled in a war in India. We'll see. We'll see in a few days, in a few months maybe. Because it looks like the Indian War will end pretty soon. Unless the Dominion and the Prince Federation go to war, like, immediately. Well, they kind of... I think we have to wait at least a little bit longer. Well, we've done some great work, I think, for MacArthur already. I mean, just killing the PSA is going to be a major help to him. And we do not actually need the 38 radars. It's not actually necessary. Oh, but we do have a 2-year bonus on you. So you know what? Let's take concentrated industry 3. There goes Madison. Let's pull you guys down towards Chicago. And take the capital. Support their forces. Sardinia has collapsed to, I'm guessing, to the socialist. If I had to take a guess, yes, they did. They've sent a lot of divisions here. You know what? Can we go around? Can we get it, like, encirclement against the, against Chicago? 71. I mean, it's looking a little bit better. Not, like, incredibly so. The alternative, of course, is that we just go and try to take over the entirety of the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Which actually might be a little bit easier, and it might actually help the AI out more. So let's go do this. And you know what? Let's actually have you off of this. Because I want you to surround Natal. This is cheesing a little bit. I will admit this. And then you guys prepare a fallback line here. Because we know that you'll rise up and you'll rise up. Like, that is, I think, inevitable. That those are the two provinces that do it. Okay, let's support your push up to here. It's not like they have any other major cities, but there actually is a decent amount of troops up north that we could get an encirclement against. Okay, Maklika Mongolia ended hostilities. Move you guys up this way as well. Because we kill a lot of CSA troops. We free up a lot of MacArthur troops. And then we can push our way, you know, into Michigan. Maybe push away from Detroit from the north. It's a bit of an unconventional angle, but, you know, we can do it. We'll send you here for now. I don't know if we're going to lose any units due to the Civil War. It's possible. Move you like this, and then we'll bring you all around like so. Center America has been formed. You'll get killed off. And the Natal Covenant. In response to the election of Milan's National Party and their radical Republican platform, the provincial governor and council of Natal have introduced a document based on the Ulster Covenant, signed by the British Unionists in Ireland in 1912, in protest against the establishment of Home Rule Parliament in Dublin. The document is to be referred to as the Natal Covenant, and states that they are loyal supporters of the British Empire, and as such, if a republic is indeed declared, they pledge to resist its authority. Thousands of Natalians have signed the document, including a supermajority of the Natal Provincial Council, and equally ominously, Godfrey Huggins, the minister of Southern Rhodesia, openly declared his support for the document. In effect, this document holds a thinly veiled threat that, if the government pulls through with the establishment of a republic, Natal will secede from the Union. Again, we knew that was going to happen. Like that was an inevitability. Luckily, you know, one of the hindsight of playing, or one of the benefits of playing so much Kaiserreich, is we know these things will happen. Okay. So next up, let's go with the Union Affair. It's only 14 days, gives us 25 political power. It's a nice little boon for us. Uruguay has won the World Cup. You're now encircled and will get killed off. Is there not a supply hub up here? I guess the closest is Milwaukee. I mean, they still have a lot of units. Like, even with the victories that we've had, I'm still putting it at probably 50-50 that MacArthur can actually pull it off. 100% research bonus. Yeah, we'll do with the advanced machine tools. Just because the CSA has so many units. If war does break out and the International has to abandon the CSA, it does swing a little bit more favorably towards them. But, like, not by too much. I mean, I guess they only have actually volunteers from France and Britain now. So significantly less than they used to. But, okay, but right now, Canada is not at war. So, I think we want to wait at least a little bit. If the Dominion and the Princely Federation go to war, I think that'll be a great time for us to declare our independence. But for right now, I don't think that is our... I don't think it's what we want to do. But we'll build some factories in what used to be the Orange Free State. God, they have so many troops, man. It's kind of crazy how many units the CSA has. Like I said, like giving them all this territory, I think was a great strength for them. I mean, okay, MacArthur has done a naval invasion. One thing about MacArthur is that he does love his naval invasions. I guess he just has like a better navy than the other parties. Well, I say that. Okay, so it looks like immediately that the other two Indian states have gone to war. So once we're done with the Native Representation Act, we will declare independence. Appointing Native Laws Commission. The government's stance on race relations has been the deciding factor in most of South Africans' elections, and certainly every election in the last decade. As such, the government is strongly considering appointing an independent commission to reevaluate our laws in regards to the native South Africans. This commission shall then investigate the situation, and on that basis advise on how to proceed, which will likely form the backbone of South African government policy for the coming decades. Of course, it will be necessary to appoint someone that will lead the commission. This choice will likely influence the recommendations of that commission. Yeah, we do not want to appoint a progressive. We'll appoint a Podsayer to that commission. Let's see if we can counter push you guys into Chicago. Spring. Okay, I mean, this would cut supplies off at least a little bit here. 47% world tension. They have so many units, man. I mean, MacArthur is maybe catching up. They have a higher minimum, but a lower maximum. So my gut is that they're probably basically the same. Durban is in Natal. So yeah, all the ones in... No, Transvaal's fine. We can do it in Transvaal. But we do not want to do it in Rhodesia. Cape Town is fine. 68 points on you. Owen Mark 1 rifles. We'll switch out to rifles when we, in just a moment. And you're still like a year ahead of time. Don't think Marines are going to be in our best interest. You know what? We have bonus rewards logistics. Let's get a logistic company in here. Why not? And we'll upgrade our rifles. Do we need them for deployment? We do. But that's fine. We'll actually just... Yeah, no, it's good. We're good. We're good. We're good. I'm complicating things in my own head for no reason. Okay, Russia's now at war with Finland. We'll probably see them get a pretty powerful stance. Because if they don't have to fight Finland while fighting Germany, that is definitely going to be a major support for Russia during the Second Weltkrieg. Because them having to fight Russia does weaken their position a lot. Okay, we will upgrade our artillery pieces. But no, Ayers is collapsed. You guys have so many units, man. Okay, the start of the Great Trek. The centenary celebration of the Great Trek, when the ancestors of South Africa's Boers moved into the interior of South Africa to escape British influence, has been kicked off at the foot of the statue of Jan van Riebeeck, a Dutch explorer viewed by many Afrikaners as the founding father of their nation. In Cape Town, the first ox wagons have already departed under a watchful eye of a large crowd, estimated to make up over 100,000 people. Astounding, given that Cape Town is considered to be a British city. The chairman of the Great Trek Centenary Committee, national politician H.J. Klopper, owns the first 2 wagons of the parade and invited all of Afrikanerdom to partake in the festivities. The Ox Wagon Parade will follow the so-called Pad van Zuid-Afrika to Pretoria, but the smaller contingent will split off at Wegkop and instead journey to the location where the Battle of Blood River took place in Natal. Over the next few months, the ox wagons of the reenactment will be passing through numerous small towns and larger cities, where Afrikaners in classic Voltrekker clothing, while the Dimini, the town priest, will be welcoming them now with extensive festivities. Okay, more support for paternal autocracy, political power goes over plus 20, and we'll get a little bit of, just war support. We'll not say no to some free war support. But I would really, really like to take Chicago. Okay, heavy tank, heavy tank, heavy tank. Save you up. And we'll try to get, like, one heavy tank on the field. We literally make, one every 2 weeks. It'll improve with, time, but we don't make a ton of tanks. But, as the military economy starts, getting underway, things will be better for us. North Cape, we will expand steel production. Happy to see it. Go for construction 3. Can you please just let me have Chicago? They have cut off Florida, which is a bit of pain. I actually think I'm going to reevaluate my 50-50. I'm going to say it's like 66% in favor of the CSA right now. Even though we had some great early victories, I'm not bullish on MacArthur right now. Unless the Canadians invade. If the Canadians were to invade the CSA, could see something cool happen there, but I don't know. The Native Representation Act. The qualified franchise in the Cape Province in Southern Rhodesia, which theoretically allows all provincial subjects votes on equal grounds, has long been a thorn in the eyes for Herzog and his Nationalist, and thus now in power, it's hardly surprising that they have brought forward a motion to limit it. According to this act, the small black elite that can vote under Cape qualified franchise will be removed from the common voter roll and moved to a separate voter roll, voting for a Native Representation Council made up of white representatives. In addition, this act will halt the right of black people to run for office. While Jan Smuts and the South African Party vigorously opposed the Nationalist attempts to limit the Native vote in Cape Province and Southern Rhodesia, the national majority in the Volksraad will ensure the bill will pass. Okay, segregation is going to get worse. We're going to get 50 political power. Let's follow you up. Because now we have new people available to us. Stability, traditional economist, orange administrator, factory output plus 5%. Okay. But you're actually one of the people that are theoretically able to actually lead the country. Canning Klops. Ability, 15% war support. Ultra nationalist agitator. I mean, recruit population, I mean, that is actually really nice. Justify wartime is kind of garbage, but that extra manpower actually might make you. So, we'll take it for right now, okay? And we're going to start the Proclamation of the Republic. But I think that at least for right now, this is going to be a good time for us to end this episode. So if you enjoyed, thumbs up. If not enjoying, throw a thumb down. You want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.